What's up, everybody? It's me, Izzy, and welcome to the show. If this is the first time you're watching, thank you for watching. We're going to have a great talk today. We're going to be talking a little bit about The Crow. We're going to look at what's trending, what's new, what's hot, and everything in comics. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our guest for this evening. You may know him as Circumstances, but some of us know him as Marcus. But as we always do, we got to welcome him into the party. So let's take that opportunity right now and let's bring him out.
Welcome to the party, pal.
What is up, Marcus?
What's up? Add me to the It's a Christmas Movie list.
Yes. I think we're gonna ask that in everybody that comes in, man. Because Digger Jim said the same thing last week. So we're definitely doing that. So let's go ahead and take this opportunity and just say what's up to the guys in the chat. Because we got a few people in the chat right now. We got, as always, Las Cruces, man. Is he's always first in yours? He's always the first, Las Cruces, of course, throwing in at 1:27 p.m. And then he came back at 3 with the woohoo. But someone just jumped in out of nowhere. Our boy J-Man, who's going to start a show about at 7 o'clock today. And he's already complaining. Look at that. We haven't even begun to start talking about The Crow. And he's right. No remake. They could have just done a new character as The Crow. F this movie. Do I sound angry? You bet.
I think that my impression of that guy is he's angry. Like he made me laugh. What was he angry about? And I thought it was funny. What were you angry about, J-Man? I was like, wow, it was Pistol Pete and Caitlin Clark. I was like, wow, I think am I making that up, J-Man? He was mad about something. I was like, wow, you're here and I don't understand why you're that high.
You know what's the best part? He's angry, but he still sounds nice about it because he's Canadian.
Yeah. No, yeah, totally. Yeah. It's
right,
funny.
We got hello from New Mexico. We got our boy Tony. Tony, what's going on? He's washing dishes, but he's lurking like a rat. So yes. And of course, we got to throw in that hashtag find Josh. We will find Josh. Sooner or later, we will find Josh. He will be found. DVH is in the house. Hello and good evening, fellow rats. Yes, the rats are in town. All right. Joffrey Castro is Izzy time. You got it. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Just like that. And new to the stream, End of Zed. I love that title. That's a great name. Welcome to the stream, End of Zed. It's gonna be a good show. All right. Hey, Izzy. Hey, Marcus. Las Cruces also as part of the Christmas movies. Die Hard, definitely a Christmas movie. And then you got Izzy has officially jumped the shark.
Just one time, man. You could we're friends. Like if you could just let everyone know that we like each other, that'd be nice, Beckerman. That'd be really cool.
We got Taylor Winder in the house. All right, let's get some dumb spec over with. Yeah, he loves the spec show. He just absolutely loves the spec show.
Taylor known for the things that he loves, so that's
he loves specking. And Digger Jim, our guest from last week, is in the house. What is up, Digger Jim? How you doing, my man? And wow. So, Marcus, what you been up to lately, man?
I've been first and foremost, I have been pining for June and getting to reunite with Digger Jim's freckles. It's been something that I've been thinking about for 2 years now, and we're so close to reunited. And I feel like singing Atlantic Star, reunited, and it feels so good. It's just a matter of time, Jim. It's just a matter of time. No, I can't wait to see my man at Heroes Con. I didn't get to go last year. But I went 2 years ago, and it was such a good time, and I'm really excited to be going back this year. Are you going to be there this year?
I will be there this year, man.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. The Comics Curing Cancer booth is going to be really cool.
Speaking of which, right, we got a lot of stuff with Comics Curing Cancer coming up. So just for everybody to know, Comics Curing Cancer is happening. It's already officially begun. So there it is. The QR code is there. You could donate as early as today. It never closes, man. It never closes. So, but what's also important to note is that we're going to be part of King Kong. I'm going to King Kong. I've gone last year. It was amazing. We're in a new location this year in Park Ridge, New Jersey. That's happening April 6th. Dude, that's going to be a busy day for me because that's
Is that
also
Pressable
WrestleMania.
Defects? Is
What
that
was
the
that?
Pressable Defects con?
Well, they're part of it. You got Very Gary, you got Erod, pretty much a lot of the Northeast
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
we're pretty much it's like 95% comics and the other 5% is toys. Ooh, Putty.
Gonna
Look at
drop these
that.
off. Gonna try to drop these off of my LCS. I'm sure he'll say yes.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
they will. It's why wouldn't they, right? So you ready to talk some spec?
Yes. I
Let's
peeked at
let
the list. I'm excited that I have a few of the 2020. That's not normal, so that's cool.
that is true. So let's go hunting for spec. It's about that time to talk about some spec. Now, the first book we're going to talk about is it's a good spec. I'm going to say this is a good spec because it has nothing to do with a movie or TV series or anything like this. This is just people paying tribute to a fellow artist, a fellow creator. What's up, C? Bizzle's in the house. How you doing? Right. So Dragon Ball Z issue number 1. What's up, Manny? We gotta say what's up to man the Hobgoblin. Issue number 1, Dragon Ball Z issue number 1. I actually was holding this book a couple of months ago. I had a copy of this book. I had 9/8, in fact, of this book. And it's here simply because of the passing of Akira Toriyama. So what's your take on Dragon Ball? Because personally speaking, I'm not a Dragon Ball guy, but I'm just curious to hear what's your take on it.
Everything I know about Dragon Ball, I learned from my little brother who's 10 years younger than me. It was something that I think I was just a little bit too old when it hit and became a thing. So I know a little bit about it. I get why it's cool, but I've never been into it myself. No.
Yeah. I never got into it for one reason. And it was first of all, what's up, Ryan? I never got into it because I couldn't get past the art at the time. So when it first debuted, the art style was very it felt very amateurish at that time because we're talking about late 80s, early 90s. And I feel like the art that was coming from Japan at that time was top level. And Dragon Ball Z just wasn't that for me. You know what I mean? I'm coming from the world of Akira, Voltron, that kind of stuff, right? So when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at these characters, and they all had if you remember, they all were drawn they had 8-packs, and they all stood like this. And as an artist, I couldn't get past that. And even now, there's a lot more respect for it because they have improved the art style a lot. But I'm a little too old to really get into it, even though I hear a lot of good things about it. But when it comes to Japanese animation in general, man, that's a long commitment. You know what I mean? It's the same reason why I didn't get into One Piece.
Had you heard of it in the late 80s? Because I didn't hear of it until
it was around it was around already in the late 80s. By the late 80s, it was out and about. It was people were hearing about it. So it was Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon. Those were the two that were kind of coming out of that time frame. So Sailor Moon for the girls, and pretty much the boys got Dragon Ball Z.
See, I missed that boat. I never saw it until the mid 90s.
See, I looked past the art. Yeah, I couldn't. I really couldn't because of what I was exposed to already. Because let's face it, man, if you were in the 80s and you saw the animation that was coming out of Japan, Dragon Ball Z is so lower level in comparison to the rest of them that I just couldn't. I really Ninja Scrolls, Fist of the North Star. I said Akira already. That's what we were getting. And then when Dragon Ball Z came out, I was like, this is not the same quality as far as art goes. I'm sure the story was great, but I couldn't get past that art. So sorry, guys, I couldn't do it. Moving on. Oh, wow. It didn't hit to 2000. Ooh, wow.
See, Bizdle says late 90s. Yeah. And for me, that's when it was too. So I think you were ahead of the game. Maybe New York had it.
We always get things first. That's how it is over here.
I don't think the rest of us got it. Definitely wasn't here in the Midwest.
Yeah. The next book on our list is a book I'm not as familiar with, but it's based off of a video game called Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs #1. This thing came out back in 2019. So, like most most books in this list, it's always about a movie spec or something like that. Are you familiar with Watch Dogs? Because I'm not.
I'm a gamer, but no, that's not a game I ever got into playing. I feel like it's kind of like open world sandbox game, which is my style of game, but I never actually played it.
Mm,
So I can't give you much on this one. As far as good spec, I would say probably not.
yeah. Nah, I don't think so. It's first of all, if you pick it up for $10, it's still cheap.
Yeah, that's the thing about this is if you're going to get this because you're a fan of it, and that's okay in that
Yeah.
situation, especially when you're paying $8. I can't be mad at that.
Only Taylor would say things like that, right?
Taylor, that Jubilee cover was great. I liked it. So you're wrong.
Mark Brooks
buddy.
Jubilee, right?
Yeah, I
That's
thought
awesome.
it was nice. Yeah.
You know,
I got a She-Hulk.
I'm just saying, bro. You said you got a She-Hulk. I'm sorry for cutting you there.
No, you're good. No, I just recently got one today, a She-Hulk one. I think it's Mark Brooks too, but
yeah,
I like.
Mark Brooks has this pencil style, which I love.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, but to each their own. Obviously, Taylor's opinion matters more, and
yeah, of course. You know that's important. It's like I'm a Ninja Scroll Wicked series. Yeah, Akira, Ghost in it. Yeah, exactly. All of these products, if you compare them to the art style, next level for its time as well. You know what I mean? For its time when we were still doing old school animation. Like today, everybody could do it. You know what I mean? Because all you need is a program and stuff, and you could do all that stuff. So good stuff. Okay, Ubisoft is one of the. Okay. Well, CBizzle would know. So I'm curious to see.
I think there's like 4 of them. I think. Yeah, there's more than one.
So my opinion means nothing. Form your own dumb opinion. All right, our next book here is another one of these spec books. This is what we're gonna call this the Bendis spec. All right, the Bendis spec, because apparently anything Bendis is doing these days is now starting to be spec. Scarlet. This one is done by Alex Maleev, who, as far as artist goes, I actually do like. I love Alex Maleev. He's an eccentric individual. Have you ever had a chance to see him in person?
No, I don't think so. He was on a book I was reading. I can't think of what it was though.
Yeah, he's a very interesting fella. Let's just say that much. He lives that wild life. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the kind of guy that you go to the club with, and he's sitting in like the corner and just chilling, and everybody knows him. It's like, you gotta go see Alex, and Alex is like, you know what I mean? He's that kind of guy.
Okay.
But this is one of the stories. Is a woman leads an American revolution pushed to her limit. I don't know much about Scarlet. All I know, it's part of that whole Icon series. Now, Icon series is the series that's behind Kick-Ass, and I think it was a Marvel property at one time. It was Marvel published. So Marvel published it, but it was still Bendis stuff. So you remember that stuff, that time, Icon?
Not at all. I thought this was Scarlet Witch, and I was super interested, and then I realized it wasn't her.
It's not Scarlet Witch at all.
Yeah, and then I lost interest.
Another book that you could pick up for the cheap, $12 isn't too bad.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, Rich? Rich is in the house. Rich, I need to know. I think you're not going to be able to go to King Con as last I confirmed it, right? Let me know, man, if you're planning to go to King Con. That's going to be fun. All right, now it's time to talk about the big dog. The topic of discussion. First and foremost,
Love big dog.
Yeah, love The Crow. I am a personal fan of The Crow. You know, growing up in the 90s, The Crow was the bomb. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using terminology from the 90s to say that.
The bomb.
You know what I mean? It's like first of all, when we first heard the news about The Crow being made, no one really said much about it until we heard about the passing of Brandon Lee. When that happened, then it started this trickle effect, and I was like, we're still making a movie. We got a stunt double. We're gonna find a way to make this happen, right? And just pretty much to pay homage to Brandon Lee. And then it took a life of its own. You know what I mean? So, just to give you guys a quick example how awesome The Crow is. And let me just close this out because I got an open window that might cause me to get some bandwidth issues. Just to show you how cool The Crow is, let me show you this. That's it, man. That's all you got to see.
Well, the movie predates this book, right?
What was that?
I think the movie predates this comic. Is that right?
So the comic book is older than the movie. So the movie is based. When I say based, I say it's more of a loosely based off the comic book. So they took liberties with it. But the essential of The Crow is there. Now, my boy Nick Kids and Comics, he's a super Crow fan. I've never seen someone that's a bigger Crow fan than me in that way, right? So the book predates the movie, and let's put that little heart there. But what sold this movie was not just the fact that we got the passing of Brandon Lee. 2, it's a good movie. And 3, just like Zed says here, that has got to be one of the greatest soundtracks ever. For a movie, like you look at, Purple Rain by Prince and things like that, but this is by far, to me, for a metalhead, this is the best soundtrack ever. I can't think of a better soundtrack.
Dazed and Confused.
Better.
Oh man, really?
But here's the thing with Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused with
stuff.
Yeah, so the music in The Crow, the soundtrack for The Crow, is all new music that was written for the movie. And a lot, you got The Cure with Burn, you got Nine Inch Nails with Dead Souls, you got Rage Against the Machine, you got Rollins bands, Panderas in the Helmet, pretty much top bands from that time period.
It stamps an era for sure. Yeah,
it is industrial goth heaven. You know what I'm saying? My Life with Thrill, Kill, Cut. I saw them in concert. They are phenomenal. You know what I mean? And this soundtrack was huge to the point when the second Crow movie, City of Angels, came out, which is not as good of a movie, but still is a good movie, I'm going to say. That soundtrack also went like super platinum. But more people love the original soundtrack than they do this one. And that's, I think, part of the problem with this new movie. I don't hear a soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think in many ways it was a tough act to follow for this new movie. It was going to be very, very difficult for them to make people happy, I felt like. I need to rewatch the first one. I remember watching it back then and liking it, but I honestly cannot remember it at all at this point. I need to rewatch it.
Oh no, dude, man! If you get a chance to rewatch it, take an opportunity. It still holds up because it's gritty. It's like the trailer we saw is ultraviolet, which I like about it, and so is this movie. You know what I mean? This movie it's a hard R. You know what I mean?
Taylor has spoken. Trainspotting.
No. I refuse to believe.
That's a messed up movie right there. Jeez.
Yeah, it is.
I was actually looking for clips in that movie, and I was like, man, these clips are too depressing. I'm not using any of these.
There was a movie I saw that I could never watch because I was way too depressed with it, and that's
Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem for a Dream is one of them. Basketball Diaries.
Oh, I never watched that one.
Oh, dude, that movie should have won Leo an Academy.
Really?
That's how good that movie.
I don't watch My Girl.
My Girl, no. My Girl's that was just teaser. That was just
like, oh yeah, rule. Like, kids aren't supposed to die in movies. They broke the rule.
You killed a Home Alone kid. You killed Kevin, man. I don't care how you look at it. He's still Kevin. It doesn't matter.
Ready for that at all.
What's up, Mellow Dope live?
What up, homie?
Yeah, look at it. I watch it for every few years ago. Yeah, it holds up because of its grittiness, because of everything about Brandon Lee, and that's where the fear comes with this movie. Like a lot of people say, if you're gonna watch this, if you've never seen the original, don't watch the original. Watch this one and then make your opinion on the original after you watch it, because you're gonna be tainted. Like for all of us that love The Crow, dude, I'm sorry, man. That's right. I got the Max Headroom background. That's all.
DVH. The answer is yes. Yes, absolutely. Subtitles. Gots to. Must.
Oh, anything like that. Guy Ritchie stuff, man. All that. What's up, Tate Prime?
Can't understand a word Brad Pitt says in Snatch.
Which is awesome because Brad Pitt's American. Here's another great example of the awesomeness that is The Crow. That's it. You just got to see the guy run. That's it. No one runs better than Brandon Lee in this. That might have not been Brandon Lee, to be completely honest.
Oh, that was so 90s. That was crazy.
That's how awesome The Crow is, man.
That was a snapshot of the 90s right there. So much like Tears for Fears is a snapshot of the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Another great band, man. All right. Here's another cool comic book that's in the list. That's right. Go back, listen to the soundtrack when you get a chance. I do that all the time. Whenever I watch something that's Crow, anytime I see The Crow, I'm reminded of The Crow. Bam! I gotta listen to that soundtrack and in order. It's not embedded in my. Yep, the 90s. You can't replace this. All right. The answer is no. We don't need this cash grab. Yeah. So I did pose the question to the chat. Do you guys want to see it? I'm going to see it because it's still The Crow, right? So I want to see their new take on this. Right off the back, it doesn't feel gritty. It's violent, but it doesn't feel gritty. So
I'm glad you said it, DVH, because that's what I was thinking watching that last clip. I was like, that was very, very cheesy. Okay.
Oh, dude, man, it's just he's out for revenge, man. He's out for revenge. He's gonna wrong the rights.
I can't say nothing though because Roadhouse is an A+ movie.
Oh yeah. What do you think about that remake?
Yeah, I'm not mad. I don't know why we would be mad about these things. Obviously, I love Patrick Swayze, and you can never remake Roadhouse, but I'm not going to be mad with them redoing it. My entire life, everything I've been watching is a redo of something from before.
Oh yeah,
of
course, absolutely.
From the 70s to the 80s to the 90s. It's just the cycle of our life, and we're getting to the age where they're remaking our stuff now, and we're all angry about it. And it's like,
well, we're getting to the age that they're remaking the remakes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, I like the original.
Yeah. Well, everything's a remake. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See? And you ain't wrong, Taylor. It is a 90-minute music video, but it's a damn good 90-minute music video. I'm just saying.
The way he swung. This way he swung on them.
No, you got to see when he sets the floor on fire, man. The Punisher stole that stuff.
I don't know if that was the best clip.
That was awesome. And it's the music. It's the 9 Inch Nails of it all. You know what I'm saying? 9 Inch Nails, baby. You got Trent Reznor saying they keep calling me. You know what I mean? Next book on our list. I'm stoked for this one because I really did enjoy reading this comic book. 8 Billion Genies #1 is on the list. A $30 high for this book. I think this book has it has so much potential. This story. So I did like the way the comic book was going. So I'm curious to see where they take this as far as a property goes. Now, the rumor has it is that it's going to be picked up for a movie, which I like the idea that it's a movie because it keeps it a little condensed. But at the same time, I'm a little concerned with the Seth Rogen of it all. Like with Seth Rogen, it's like, no.
When did he stop being cool? Because I thought he was still cool, but
I never said anything about him not being cool. I'm just saying
maybe that was the thing J-Man was mad about. Actually, I think it was Seth Rogen. Maybe not. I can't remember.
I think the whole Seth Rogen of it all is he. When you think Seth Rogen, you automatically assume it's going to turn into a comedy because that's just where he goes. You get what I'm saying?
So what was that? The End of the World movie he did? Like something like that is what.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be I don't know. He's made a lot of good stuff though. So I
Yeah.
mean, just because he's involved doesn't mean it's going to be bad.
What I would like to see is that I would love the voices of the genies being like these A-list actors. You know what I'm saying? Which I could almost bet that someone like Patton Oswalt will be a voice of one of the genies, just because he's always the voice of a character, something like that. But it would just be really cool to just get A-list actors to voice the actual genies in the story. So that would be cool. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm aware that he did produce Invincible, and that's fine. I am aware of that. and
So
and
yeah, I like Rogan. I think he fell into the culture war thing, didn't he? Is that what happened? I think he
yeah,
did.
he's a little stuck into that because again, comedy has always been that way, where it's like with certain. So there's certain comedies like when you look at what's it called, the Fairley Brothers, right? They were huge back in the day with Something About Mary and on those movies, but they don't hold up.
Yeah.
They
I
don't.
never thought that movie was funny. Personally, I was disappointed.
I'm not gonna lie, I laughed in that movie.
No, I get it. Like, but I think part of it is like everybody was telling me how funny that movie is. When I went into the theater, my expectations were sky
You were
high.
overhyped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could understand that. That's definitely something especially because that movie was on the top list for a while. It was like maybe a couple of weeks that was on the top list.
Crazy for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like, this movie, guys, this movie.
Ben Stiller in the bathroom, man.
This movie, really?
It was the pork and beans. Pork and beans.
I am not a fan of that. I like Ben Stiller, but I'm not a fan of that character. He's also plays the same character in Meet the Parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a fan of, and it's kind of the same thing that happened with Thor, is like where your stupidity drives the comedy. Like you have to be a complete idiot for the comedy to work. I don't really like that kind of comedy.
Well, I don't think he was being a complete idiot in that movie. I think there was other characters in that movie that were doing that. He was playing.
I mean, the masturbation scene was complete idiot. You got to give me that. You got to give me that.
He was giving advice. That's all. He was just going with based on the advice.
He's a grown ass man. He's not a teenager in here. So I'm not sure.
Is that hair gel?
Yeah. I mean, come on now. Come on.
What's the other movie that was big in that time? American Pie was huge. You cannot do that today.
I can't even remember that movie now. I remember that. I did think that movie was funny, so I was part of the problem there.
But that movie today, you cannot do that today. You know what they were doing? They were filming a scene with a student, and she didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what
There's
I'm
a
saying?
lot of that stuff in the Revenge of the Nerds that does not hold up whatsoever.
Revenge of the Nerds, Porky's, all those movies.
Yeah, they do not hold up.
They don't hold up. You can't do that. What's up, Brian? LCS is in the house. Tropic Thunder Tropic Thunder is great, but Robert Downey Jr. but that was social commentary right there. I don't do it until until we get the commentaries in the DVD. And you know what? He did that. If you ever go to the Tropic Thunder DVD when they do the commentary, he's in character in the commentary. It's the best.
That's really, I need to check
it
that
is
out.
It is totally worth watching. I got the DVD for that. DVD back in the day. I got the
Physical
DVD for
media.
that. I got the DVD of that movie just because of the commentary. I don't listen to the commentary that often, but that commentary in Tropic Thunder is totally worth listening to. Yeah.
And C-Bills was right. Yeah, Blazing Saddles.
It's another one.
Could not be done.
It's just a different time period, man. What's up, Kenneth Bird? How you doing, my man? All right, let's move on. We got this is a nice one. I like this one. Fantastic Four Annual number 3. If there's a spec book to have, this is a good spec book. The Marriage of Reed and Sue.
Yeah. I think any of these books are nice books to have. Just to have, period. Regardless of the ebbs and flows of pop culture, it's a nice spec book to have, period.
It's a cool cover too. Look at all that Kirby goodness. We got Collecting with Durs, member for 8 months. Hey, I found the rat nest. You found the rat nest? Awesome.
Yeah, Mello, you can never trust key collector prices. You know?
That is true. So you know what, Durs, we got to give you one. There we go. Just for Dirts. All right. All right. We'll love to have. Yeah. And Annual 6 is also a good one to have. All right. Brian. Exactly. So this is a cool book. It's the wedding. I love the scene. Stanley and Jack Kirby are briefly seen outside the wedding, angry that they were denied entry. So in other words, they did this in that first Fantastic Four movie, but I didn't know there was a play on this comic.
I never watched that one, actually.
Yeah, no, not the first one. It was the second Fantastic Four movie. So in the second Fantastic Four movie, they were getting married, Reed and Sue, and they had this really good wedding ceremony. And Stan Lee was going to the wedding, and he was being denied. So I didn't know that was meta for this comic book. I had no idea. So apparently
Cool.
That is pretty cool. I didn't know they did that. So that's a pretty cool thing. All right, so we got some rats. All the rats are out. Pizza rats, PC rack, all the good rats. All right.
But
Next book.
The prices in Key Collector are not up to date in any way, shape,
No,
or form.
they're just there to give you a range. But I think the best place to go will be like Cover Price or Go Collect. That's where I check for the prices. Those two.
I'll say Cover Price, the website, not Cover Price, its integration with CLZ.
Oh, no. The website. Definitely the website.
The integration is off all the time.
Yeah, but Go Collect I like a lot because Go Collect gives you that whole what's sold at when in the time. So that's pretty cool. Don't do it off of Facebook either. Not Facebook, what I'm saying, eBay, because it's only going to be based off what last sold, not so much the average. So. All right, Immortal Iron Fist #2, the first appearance of Wu Aishi or Osh. I can't even say it. The female Iron Fist. So are they trying to tell us that we're gonna get a female Iron Fist? They couldn't get Danny Rad right, so they got to go to the female side.
I think this is. I mean, it's $3, so if you're interested, go get it. But in terms of this becoming anything, I'm not buying it.
Yeah. I think there is something going on in over at MCU land with a lot of female characters, and I saw, who was it that was talking? There was someone I knew that was. Oh yes, now I remember. It was over at Swaggle's channel. I don't know if you get to see. Do you watch Swaggle Haas?
Yeah, I love Swaggle. About to buy his Kickstarter. I think
you buy his book, right? So Swaggle had Chris Gore. Right, Chris Gore. Chris Gore. He used to be part of the Attack of the Show crew from back in the day. Shout out to Olivia Munn. Apparently, she's battling breast cancer. So, much love there, for her. But
love her.
Yeah,
love her.
She looked great as Psylocke.
She's amazing.
Right. So he was talking about how they've been doing a lot of this female-led business. And it hasn't really been doing much. And he was making a really cool point about when the comics was for the boys. You know, he wasn't trying to say something like comics are for boys and comics are for girls. But when the audience was for the boys, that's when the girls were more interested in, rather than when you did female characters to attract female audience. He says it wasn't working. It doesn't work. You don't attract female characters with more female characters. You just attract it based on story. And I think there is some truth in that. I think when you're not thinking about the audience and you're focused more on the story, it ends up becoming better. If that makes sense.
It's always true when you're, and I think this is the problem with like the part of the culture war that is a problem, is that I think there's a lot of writers who are trying to do good things and trying to make good stuff, but they're kind of forcing it rather than letting it be organic, the way in which you like. Yeah. Not all of them, but I think that that can be part of the problem. Yeah.
Hey, I got one of them to marry me. So Taylor, there's just a little bit of truth in that, right? Here's another fun book.
Point taken, Taylor.
Here's another, and by the way, Taylor, I was referring to what someone else said. And yes, to Tape Prime, female Silver Surfer has been retracted. Woo-hoo! He seems happy. All right, our next book in the list is The Thing #1. This is his first solo series with the origin of thing. I think at this point, we're just getting a whole bunch of Fantastic Four spec. I don't think there's anything meaningful about this book other than it's Thing's first book. Like his first solo headlining series, even though he did like Marvel, like he did Marvel Team Up or one of those team up books. He did have a series that he was kind of like the headline for that series, but it was never a Thing comic. So
yeah, I think it's a great time in terms of fantasy. I'm not so much a book like this Thing, but like characters who are like ancillary characters in the Fantastic Four story that you might be able to go get the first appearance of, that might end up being the hot character that shows up in the movie. That's going to be where you're got some spec opportunities, as long as you're paying very low prices, right? You're not getting crazy.
Yeah, and if you find this again, this is one of those. Yes, thank you, Jim. I knew it was Marvel. It was one of those Marvel team up books. It's Marvel's 2-in-1. Thank you, Jim. Right, the Thing series is a good read. Did you ever watch the cartoon, the Thing cartoon?
I don't remember a cartoon.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. Right. So he had the ability to transform to human form. And the way he would transform to the Thing is by using a ring. So he had 2 rings.
It changed too much then.
Right? He had 2 rings, and then he would put them together and he will say, "Thing ring, do your thing." This cringy Hanna-Barbera style cartoons, right? And he'll just Thing ring, do your thing, and he'll just transform into the Thing. Taking, so but it was
have to
fun
go find
as
some
hell.
clips. I'm gonna have to look.
You gotta look. You gotta look for it. You gotta just say "Thing ring, do your thing."
I'm gonna be able to do a meme with that. We'll see.
All right, here's another fun book here. A book I'm happy to have a 9.8 of this book here. Batman 608. This is the first Jim Lee on Batman, and it's the start of the Hush story. Which, personally, when I read Hush, I loved it. And I read it like your typical comic book reader would. I read it issue by issue, month over month, which I absolutely love. This book is so good for the cliffhangers. Like Jeff Loeb knew exactly what he had when he came to Jim Lee. He like, I got Jim Lee, and I'm going to have him draw freaking everybody, and I'll make it work. Like, so did you get a chance to read Hush?
No, but it's the hype around it has made me want to be aware of it. Now, Hush is obviously it's Harvey Dent, right? It's Two-Face.
No, it's not Harvey Dent. Hush is not Harvey Dent. So Hush is a different character. But if I share with you what it is, then it destroys the mystery of the book. So take an opportunity when you get a chance. Now, you can read it. You could binge it. It's actually a pretty simple read. You could binge it, but there is some fun in the cliffhanger of it all.
Because I'm a binger.
Yeah, so there is fun in the cliffhanger side of it, because every issue ends with a cliffhanger. And it's a good cliffhanger, especially at this time. So I'm not going to say anything now to not spoil anything, but watch it. Keep in mind, it is Jeff Loeb. So you got to get Jeff Loeb stuff. But one of the things I will say is that he knows how Jim Lee draws. He's playing to Jim Lee's strengths. That's what he did.
I have 615 in this run. I don't know how, but I do.
Yeah,
I love that Jim Lee stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with DVH. It is a bit overrated. That's why I don't want to throw too much at it. That's why I'm also saying that it is Jeff Loeb, but it is playing to Jim Lee's strengths. Mm-hmm. Wow, you got the 6. There's 6 printing of this thing. That's a lot of printing.
Looks to be a pretty obtainable book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely obtainable. What's more expensive is the second printing. So this is the rare occasion that the second printing is worth more than the first. And yeah,
Probably
there's a good
print
reason for it. There's a good
Yeah.
reason for it. This is the second printing.
Oh, the art. I see.
See, second print. Look at the price of the second printing on the high.
That's crazy.
That's insane, right? So, yeah. So the first printing's 20 because there was a lot of, obviously they printed a whole lot. Would you call this a non-key issue? It's a key. Yeah.
It's not a hard, it's a eye of the beholder kind of thing sometimes.
No, this is straight up key, man. I disagree with this non-key issue crap. This is a key. It's a key because it's the first Jim Lee on Batman. That's what makes it a key. So that's stupid. That's a stupid answer. Sorry, guys, you got it wrong.
We'll see what Taylor thinks about that, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. We'll see what Taylor thinks about it. But you know what?
Really? 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 Infinity?
Really?
Oh, rip to Pee Wee. I love that. That guy was so funny.
So speaking of 90s goodness and Pee Wee Herman, do you remember In Living Color, the TV show?
Of course, I remember Living Color.
Okay. So do you recall Men on Film with Damian Wayans, right?
And
so if you
Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer.
Yeah. So I'm watching this. Another thing that I'm not sure will hold up today. I'm not sure if it'll hold up, to be completely honest with you. Anyway, so I'm watching this. I'm watching like the best of series, and as I'm watching this, I'm like, I remember all these episodes, right? I remember watching them, and in the background of Men on Film, it had all these different types of masculine, manly men, right, from the movies like Indiana Jones or Arnold Schwarzenegger. So you had all the, Sylvester Stallone, all these characters, right? And Pee Wee Herman's in that group.
That's funny. I never know. I don't think I remember that.
I saw it. I was watching it yesterday, and I was like, "What's Pee Wee Herman doing in this?"
The fun fact about In Living Color is the reason why we have a halftime show at the Super Bowl. So one year, In Living Color did counter programming for halftime on the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and everybody switched away from the Super Bowl to watch In Living Color. So they saw that, and then the next year they booked Michael Jackson as the halftime show, and they've been doing it ever since.
That is
so. In Living Color is the reason why we got a halftime.
There you go. Homie the Clown don't mess around, even when the men try to bring him down.
Classic. Tommy Davidson. They had so many great stars on there. Tommy Davidson was great. Obviously, Jim Carrey, all time.
Homie don't play that.
Jamie Foxx made his way up on there. Just a bunch of great.
Yeah, it is good, man. Taylor, as much as a key has crashed down, number one.
Let's not Taylor. Come on, man.
All right, so let's talk about this book here since we have it here. Got Captain America 241, the first battle of Punisher versus Captain America. This, it's a key because their first meeting. It's a cool cover though. I love this cover.
I love the cover. Right, this is on my. I have long-term aspirations of getting the Captain America run, and so this is definitely on my list.
Yeah, I loved it. Personally, I love this version of Punisher where it's just the sleek suit and the skull with the white boots and the white gloves. I like it when he looks like this. You could throw in the trench coat. I'm okay with it. And the headband. Remember the headband that he used to rock with? That's why I like the headband was cute. Was a cool thing. So you got, Digger Jim. He got this book. Are you sure it's not a reprint? He could sell it to you for majority of the run.
Let me get my money right, Taylor, and we'll talk. I'm serious about it. Yeah. I'm trying to get this run.
How about this book? Another iconic book.
I love that color. Yeah.
Yeah. This is an awesome book. Again, it's an iconic cover. Is it well, look at this. They're calling it a key because it's a milestone issue. So what's the difference between this and Jim Lee's first Batman?
There's not. I mean, it's just a matter of, it's an opinion, right? And like they decide to do it, they decide not to do it. Yeah.
It's awesome. It's a John Romita, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right? But it's a number one. That's all it is. It's just a number 100. It's an anniversary issue. And speaking of big keys, You got The Dark Knight Returns. I'm a little shocked that the book is $200. I actually would have figured it would have been less.
Really?
Yeah, I know it's a big book, right? It's a book that is iconic. It's a book that has transcended your time and all that stuff. But there was a lot of copies of this book when it
It
came out.
wasn't the 90s. A lot of copies though.
No, it was
Yeah.
86, but it still had a high print run for its time. So there are a lot floating around now. There's also a lot of printings of this book as well.
Yeah, but the demand would be higher. You know, there's a lot more, but because of Batman is a higher demand character, there's going to be more people looking for it.
Yeah. The argument with this book is he facing us or he's in his back?
Yeah, I can see it either way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the shadow, and that's kind of where Frank Miller actually excelled, right? But I give more credit to Klaus Janson than Frank. I'm sorry, I think Klaus has strengthened Frank Miller's art style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like the inker's inker. Mm-hmm.
The tracer's tracer.
Yeah, the tracer's tracer. He's the ultimate of tracers, man. You don't want a tracer more important than this one, right?
I recently posted a great clip from what was Chasing Amy, where they're going after the guy for being a tracer. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, oh, I remember that. I definitely remember that. Okay, our next book here is none other than G.I. Joe #1. G.I. Joe #1. This is a cool book. $180. This has definitely gone up in the last couple of months. This book was at $100 just a few weeks ago, and now it's going for $180.
What is it? Energon hype?
It's the Energon universe, man. It's bringing hype to pretty much all these books.
Your mother's a tracer. A classic. Oh, I love it, DVH.
we got speaking of Joes, we got the comic vet in the house watching from work. There we go.
Go Chiefs.
I rock it raw though. Okay.
Oh my.
Another gold book from me. Got that Transformers. Yeah, I saw that, Durs. You got the Transformers. Congratulations on picking up that book.
Very cool.
Now that book, the Transformers book, always interests me because every time I look at that Transformers book, I like that cover less and less. And it's Bill Sienkiewicz, which I love Bill Sienkiewicz art style, but I don't like that cover.
I like it. It's cool.
Well, look at it again. Look at Optimus arms. They're short.
I actually have one. I won one from Legion.
Oh yeah?
Comics. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, you got the one from Legion?
Shout out to Legion, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Features the first appearance of a whole bunch of Joes except for
a lot.
except for two major Joes. This is not the first appearance of Duke, nor is it the first appearance of Roadblock.
Okay.
So
still most of them. You're getting most of them.
Yes, I am out of my mind. It is iconic, but the cover, I don't know, it doesn't do it for me. I'm not saying that it's not iconic. It's just like this cover is much better. This G.I. Joe cover is definitely better than the Transformers cover. You know, and I'm talking about Transformers #1, the original, the Marvel series. So here's another book on our list here, which is Uncanny X-Men issue 200, The Trial of Magneto. This book is here because of X-Men spec. So there's a lot of X-Men 97. There's a lot of buzz going on with X-Men right now. In just 2 days, guys, 2 days, we're getting new episodes. Turn that on. 2 days is new episodes.
How many are out now?
There's none. There's no new episodes. So in 2 days, the series begins.
There we go.
Yeah, so we're going to see it. It's coming. And with that said,
You're cut up like all the others. You must
There goes that rogue booty. I've been watching them. I've been watching some of these episodes, man. Rogue did have a booty sometimes, and sometimes she didn't.
Yeah, she wasn't always drawn the same, but
Yeah, but sometimes you got good days, sometimes you got bad days. It's just, I'm just saying, it's the way it works. All right. All right. I have that in an 8.0. Lots of, yeah. Yeah, I got this book too. I personally think this costume was always interesting to me, and we will see this costume in the new series. So he does don this costume in the new animated series, which I don't understand why, but he does.
I'm ready to find out why.
Yeah. Here's another book. Okay. This may be a hot book, guys, but do not pay a lot of money for this book.
Ever, yeah.
There's 8 million copies floating around. You could get this for cheap.
Yeah. There are plenty of these. I find them in dollar bins.
That's where they should be. 8 million copies? You know what I mean? Look, we talk about X-Men, and there goes John. What's up, John?
There he is. I wonder, there was 8 million then. I wonder what, realistically there is now. Quality copies now of 8 million were sold then.
It's still got to be high.
I mean,
it's got to
like
be
4
ridiculous.
million. Like 4 million, I'd say.
I would go even higher than that.
I bet a lot got damaged.
A lot got damaged, but then again, when you think about 8 million, you also have to take into consideration the different variants. How many of them truly exist? So you got the Storm Beast, you got the Rogue and Gambit, you got the Cyclops and Wolverine, and then you got Magneto, and then you got the Gatefold, right? So when you look at those, when you look at it from that perspective, the reality is how many was it an equal amount that was printed amongst the 5 books, really, right? That's what I'm more curious about. Were there? I'm sure they were, because when this book came out, it came out week over week. Issue number 1 came out week over week. They didn't just toss it like they do now, right? I can't wait to sell every X-Men number 1 super.
Why do we
hate it, man? We got actual Dracula. What's up, baby?
See, I love it when people are angry about things. It cracks me up.
Book goes past by the data spec market has gone too far. Oh no, dude, it's gone up. So I could tell you right off the bat that this book sold a 9.8 of this book. Yes, it was a CGC, so there's a little difference. A 9.8 sold for $100. I could tell you that as a fact. Would you spend a 9.8? Would you pay a 9.8, $100 for a 9.8 of this book?
If I wanted it, yes, I would. Mm-hmm. If I wanted it for a 9.8 graded book, I would, yes.
Yeah.
Because how many of them are going to be 9.8s, you think?
Well, this was during the comic book boom, right? So there was
people were buying them to keep preserved.
Yeah. Yes. So people were taking care of them. So I'm sure you could get some 9.8s out there. But would you pay $100 for it?
No, I mean, if I wanted it, yes, but I don't want it like that at all.
I know John is the X-Men guy in our group here. So John, let me know, would you, or if maybe you have already, would you pay $100 for a 9.8 of X-Men number 1? Doesn't matter. I don't care which cover. It could be any one of them. I don't care which one. But would you pay $100 for it? That's my question.
It probably has plenty of them. So
yeah. What would you pay for a 9.9? That you see, that one's a little different. But then again, there's this whole controversy now that 9.9 is a scam now.
It seems like one to me. Based on, I'm not sure what I read was true, but the idea that they weren't even considering some books to ever be a 9.9, that seems like a scam to me.
All right. So look at hard pass, wait a year, and it'll be back down again. Not worth it. Oh, see? Not $100, not $2.
Yeah, we know how Tate has made how he feels clear. Yeah.
I keep mine raw. I don't need this book slab to begin with. I don't mind having it slab. I think it's cool. It would be cool to have the whole thing slab. So if I have one slab, I need to have all of them slab, because then that's a display item to me. That's how I see
That's
it.
why I like to slab for display. I also like to slab for signatures. If I get a signature, I much prefer it to be slabbed.
Yeah. No green eggs and ham. Okay. Now we're talking about food here. I'm starving, by the way. All right. John's ruining the hobby. Worst book, X-Men #1 of Spawn #. Oh man, now we're gonna start a fight here
Spawn
because we
number
know what
one.
Durs is gonna say.
Yeah, X-Men is absolutely the answer.
Yeah.
Spawn #1 is a way cooler book.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Let's get down. All right. Here's another cool book. There you go. We got Marvel Comics Presents 72. This is the first Weapon X storyline, which gives us the origin of the first origin of Wolverine. Wolverine got like 600 origins now, but this is the first time we get to see Wolverine getting his adamantium, which BWS Barry Winslow Smith, man, that is the man right there.
It's good stuff. Yeah, I have some of these in this run, but I don't have this one, and I would like to have it. I definitely won't buy it now.
I think I have 2 copies.
Yeah, well, I'm not paying today's prices, so I'll be waiting for that.
I'm not paying today's prices.
Yeah.
I love it. Anyway, so yes, Barry Winslow Smith is a phenomenal artist. You know what I mean?
If Taylor's happy, I'm happy.
You know, wait until that Spawn movie drops when I'm 70, bro. Yeah, the Spawn movie did drop. It dropped in the 90s, right after The Crow.
We need another one. I just posted a clip today of the movie in '97 with Spawn's cape, and it's just imagining what they could do with Spawn's cape in a new movie. I want to see it.
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming to Red City. No, yeah. Hey, there a lot of people out there love their Spawn, man, but he is the epitome of 90s. He is 90s. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm down for it.
Yeah. All right, here's another beautiful book. You got yourself some Silver Surfer goodness. And you know what? For a high being 1.8 thousand, it's not bad for a book like this.
Out of my league.
Price range is not bad for a high. If you get a low for 180, that's pretty damn good. You know what I mean?
This is the NBA league. I'm in intramural sports in college.
You know who really loves this book?
What is going on?
All right. Here's one of our new books of the week. It's Pharaoh #1. This is the ash can that came out. It's already going for $100 for an ash can.
Yeah, that'll come down. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cool. It was a preview edition. It was given out to Comic Pro's retailer meeting. The Comics Pro retailer meeting, those things are fire. Because they throw out a lot of exclusives that usually go on sale the next day. Because that's a whole bunch of dealers that says, "Oh yeah, we can sell this." So $100 for a book. Yeah, now we're talking Digger Jin, some Silver Surfer, baby. Yeah, it's cool. Now we got the cats on Walking Dead. That's what this is. So, but it's a fire cover.
I hope it's good.
Here's a fire. Now, where's Jean Malin? Look at that. A Space Ghost. That is a gorgeous Space Ghost.
Who's the artist?
That's a good question. Let's take a look at the details here. Let's see here. Mateo.
No, Beckerman's favorite artist, Matina.
Yep, look at that. Look how nice that is.
Beckerman loves this artist so much.
Oh, yeah,
everyone buy Beckerman a copy of this book and send it to him.
All right, we're down to one more. And the last book on this list, we got Old School Black Widow, the 1 in 100 Black Widow and Hawkeye, which came out last week. This is an art germ cover featuring Black Widow in her classic Dawn suit from that time period.
It's pretty awesome.
It is. It's a great cover. It's look at that. This is cool. But it's like this is what we call Black Widow back then.
I like it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
nice.
$100 awesome, but I like it.
$110.
Yeah, that's a hard pass.
That is pretty hard, man. So those are your books for this week that are on the trending list. You want to take a look at what's in the top 10?
I'm down for whatever.
Let's do this.
I was excited to have some of those books. It's not often.
Oh yeah, it's always good. I think you'd be excited for this list.
Number 10. Number 9. Number 8. Number 7. Number 6. Number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1. Number 10. Number 9. Number 8. Number 7. Number 6. Number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
You like the medal, right? Yeah,
Ultimate Black Panther #1. That was,
it came back it went to the top of the list this week with cover price, and that list came out today. So I'm a little shocked. That was a little shocking.
Interested to see how long the hype for that one lasts. I bought the book because of the writer Brian Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm locked in for that reason, but I didn't expect to see the hype around it that's been around it.
I think it's still carrying off the Ultimate Spider-Man, to be completely honest.
But it's not really hitting for Ultimate X-Men. I don't think that one's been doing the same thing as the others.
No, it's been steady, but with Ultimate X-Men, I think it was the FOC time frame for it made it more affordable to get. You know what I mean? More people caught on to it.
They were ready for it.
Yeah, so they were ready for it. So most people got those books. Where with Black Panther, especially with the missing books, there's a whole bunch of books that are missing with Black Panther. I wonder where they at.
Yeah,
they're somewhere.
I thought that was BS, but I talked to my LCS owner, and he was like, "Yeah, we got an email saying that."
No, it really happened, but they're
yeah,
somewhere. Somebody has those books somewhere. So
pump and dump coming your way.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see what happens to that book in the future, but we'll see. Ultimate Spider-Man is still going to be on the hype train for a while. There's a new print team with Scarlet Spider as in the cover now. So the same picture, but now it has Scarlet Spider, which actually looks really cool. So, oh yeah, I know. All right, they are in the van down by the river. You're absolutely right with that, Tony. So before we move on, Marcus, tell us a little bit about your channel and what you've been doing lately with there.
So I did have a great comic book series called Comic Book Story Time, where I invited members of this community to come on and tell a story about a comic book that they loved or that they were passionate about. I got 5 episodes in, Beckerman being the first episode, and who was the last one? My comic book dad, Lorenzo, being the last episode. But a number of great guys came in and told me a story, Sleepy Reader, and we worked really hard on it. So if you get a chance, check that out. We're real proud of that. And then every Tuesday night, tomorrow night, will be the next episode of FOC and Chill. It was a show designed to talk about Final Order Cutoff, but I always put the link in the chat and people can join if they want to. And most of the time, people join to stop me from talking about FOC. So I think I'm on almost episode 50, and episode 11 was the last time they let me talk about FOC. We'll see if tomorrow is the night I finally get to do it again. But always a good time either way. It's always interesting to see what they want to talk about. I never know where the conversation is going to go. And so it's always exciting to find out what it'll be tomorrow night. No idea what it'll be. We'll be back. So come check it out if you got time.
That's gonna be, what time is it for again?
It'll be 9:30 your time, so pretty late. 8:30 my time, Central Time, God's time.
God's time.
Home of the Chiefs.
Hey, I'm fine. You got the Royals.
Hey, we won, and we were 2015, 2016 back-to-back World Series. We're still hanging on to that, baby.
Congratulations.
We're still hanging on to that. I'm still holding that.
We're catching it. We're trying to catch up. We're trying. All right. So, guys, just to remind everybody, the few things here happening. We got King Kong coming up pretty soon, April 6th. So if you are in New Jersey area, in central New Jersey, Park Ridge specifically, we're going to be giving away an Austin LeMay 11x17 art print to commemorate comics curing cancer. But the other reason why I bring this up is that I am also going to be in King Kong #5, and I already made the decision, and I spoke to the guys. I will be doing sketches for donations. So I'm not going to be making any money. Instead, I'm going to be taking all the money that's being earned from those sketches, and we're going to be putting it to comics curing cancer. That's one way I'm going to be helping out. But again, if you definitely want to be part and you want to help out with comics curing cancer, go ahead, donate. You could there's a QR code there. You can also go to the Instagram at Comics Curing Cancer. And if you're ever in North Carolina, Charlotte, June 14th, Father's Day weekend, Comics Curing Cancer is going to have a booth on 1769. I will be hanging out there as well with the fellas, and we're going to have a blast that weekend. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm trying to get flights, but I'm trying to be cautious on getting those flights at the right price. So I'm like, it's usually about 6 weeks before. So I'm constantly checking the price range of the flight so I can get the right flight. Now, I did put a poll out. Yeah, I put a poll out the other day, and I asked you what day of the week would you prefer to see it, and it looks like Wednesday is going to be the day. So this Wednesday, excuse me, I'm going to be doing my next comic book unboxing. It's going to be my most important and intimate unboxing ever. Ooh. And this is no lie. It is the most important unboxing I've ever did. It's going to debut on Wednesday for everyone. But if you're part of the Rat Pack, you get a chance to see it tomorrow. So you'll be seeing it tomorrow as part of the Rat Pack. And we do have some great members in the Rat Pack, as you can see there. There's a whole bunch of these are some of our elite members. Now, I lost my screen for the other one. It says 2, but I don't know where's the other one at. So a lot of good stuff. And yes, we will be doing a giveaway soon. And we're going to be giving away a John Jang Iron Man, because I saw that and I was like, oh no, the community wants some John Jang. But we also got Sotomaki. Yeah, and we got Sotomaki's Wonder Woman. Look at that Wonder Woman, dude.
I love how 50s, 60s it looks. It's very nice.
I'm so happy that Sotomaki is doing some more work, man. I love her stuff, man. So that's happening. She's phenomenal, her art style, man. So we got some more people that jumped in. We got the Comic Book G, man. What's going on? And my boy Black Spiders is here as well. So man, we've been going a little long today, man. You having a good time?
Always love this show when I can make it, man. Thank you for having me on. I like when you asked me, I said I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah,
it's good to finally be here.
Cool. It's good to have you, Marcus. And I'll definitely do one of the stories for you if you ever want me there. I'll do one. I got a couple of stories I'll definitely talk about.
Yeah, well, let me know when you're ready. We can get in the studio. I've been trying to fire that thing back up, so I'll be excited. If anybody has a story they want to tell, check them out. Tell me if it's something you're interested in.
Cool. You ready to talk about the new books?
Yes.
Let's do this.
Stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready.
All right, here we got the new books coming out this week, starting with Marvel with 19 titles. They've been low lately. They've been low. Look, Tape Prime's not even started. He already said passed. You really, Deviation's already passing too.
Wow,
No Marvel
really?
love. Even if it's got, look at that X-Men Forever #1.
I got a few Marvel books this week. Night Thrasher #2, guys. Come on.
So you got X-Men Forever #1. We got something going on here. We got a Bloody Phoenix. Got to check that out. Web of Spider-Man #1. I'm going to pick this up just because it's the Web of Spider-Man. Web of Spider-Man is one of my favorite comic books back then. I believe this is a one-shot, however. But look at, we got a Greg Capullo cover of Spider-Man right
If it's
there.
a one shot, I might get
Yeah,
it.
it is a one-shot. It's a one-shot. It's supposed to be like the Timeless series where we're going to give you stories that may or may not happen. So that's the whole purpose behind Web of Spider-Man now. I prefer Web of Spider-Man as an ongoing personally because it was always cool to have those secondary characters like Tombstone was part of Web of Spider-Man, things like that. I always thought those were cool. Black Panther #10 is out this week. Fantastic Four #18. Look at that. Whew, Alex Ross cover, man.
Yeah.
You were,
Nice.
so I did watch one of your shorts today. And you had it was your short on all the booties?
On all the what?
All the booties?
Done,
The
booties
short,
the butts. It's my
right?
intro. Yeah.
Right? So you got booties. Look at that booty right there.
That's a nice one. Butts.
You got an invisible booty, man.
I love Alex Ross's stuff, man.
You got to make that in the list. That's got to go in there.
I've been thinking about redoing that video. We'll see.
Well, now we got a new book in this list. Look at that Fantastic Four 18. And CBiz was letting us know that this is the last Black Panther issue before they relaunch it. Because guarantee you they will relaunch it.
They keep relaunching it. It's crazy. Just let it go.
Mm-hmm. Relaunching stinks, man. I hate that. It is ruining this business and it's ruining me.
But they're gonna keep doing it so long as people are like, oh, it's a #1. Fine, I'll buy it. So long as you'll do that, they're gonna keep doing it.
They're gonna keep doing it, but there's no return on investment with it because you get lost. Like I'm legitimately lost now when it comes to this. So when you restart it, even though they still do legacy, just give me legacy numbers. It works, guys. It works. I don't know why you keep thinking this whole, let's just relaunch it with a new #1. No, just give us the legacy numbers. It works. It's been working for Action Comics. It's been working for DC Comics. It's been working. It's not broken. You're broken.
You say DC Comics, but really it's only 2 titles.
Detective and Action, because they want to keep that numbering system.
Yeah, but they also restart, not as much as Marvel,
but they've been doing the same thing. They do it because, again, a #1 always drives sales. But when you look at the #2, that's where you really see the difference. And even more so with the #3s. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, indie books, Tape Prime. That's where I say indie books, baby.
Mm-hmm. All right. Our next book here is Invincible Iron Man 16. As I mentioned, there is a John Jang cover that's going to be gone. I'm pretty sure it's going to be gone come Wednesday. Vengeance of Moon Knight #3. Resurrection of Magneto #3. That's a pretty cool Blade cover right away. Blade #9. I like that. All right.
I do too.
Mm-hmm. Then we got Wolverine Madripoor Knights #2. Spider-Woman #5 and Spider-Boy #5. Now, here's something funny about Spider-Boy #5. So it appears that that's the Rhino. I'm assuming that's Rhino. There is a version copy variant of this book, but it still has the trade dress.
That's not version, is it? Oh, it just doesn't have the barcode.
It just doesn't have the barcode and the numbering system, but it has Spider-Boy written down. So why call it version?
It's a 1 in 100 too. Wow.
Yeah, not worth it. I'm sorry. Not worth 1 in 100. Right, Scarlet Witch Quicksilver #2 is out this week as well. And we got Captain Marvel 6. There's your Night Thrasher #2 is coming out this week.
Shout out to Beckerman.
There you go, Beckerman. Beware of the Planet of the Apes #3. Star Wars The High Republic #5. And You know what? Star Wars got some big books coming out this week too. Jango Fett. I didn't even know Jango Fett had a book. Didn't have a book yet, but we're getting the Jango Fett #1 this week. We're also getting a book that's really cool. Is Star Wars Vision. Takashia Okaza or Kazai. I can't say it. My apologies.
Takashi.
Yeah. Takashi
Okazaki is what it
There
looks
you go.
like.
Thank you. Thank you for getting it right for me. I'm not good with this thing. I'm just a New Yorker. I'm just a kid from New York. You know what I'm saying? We mess up everybody's name. Like
Most diverse place in the world, but okay.
Like McFarley. Star Wars Strong 8 Alliance issue #3. That's a cool cover right there. And now over at DC got 12 titles, starting with DC April #1. The apes are out.
What?
They got a whole ape book. So that should be interesting. Also, Batman Superman World's Finest #25. That's going to be the first meeting of Lex Luthor and Joker. So it's giving me that Batman Superman animated series vibes with this issue. Which there's also a variant. There's a cardstock variant of World's Finest that will be featuring William Shatner in the cover.
Yeah, it's a cool cover too.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for that one. So that might be not a huge spec, but you know, people might want to pick it up because it has William Shatner.
It'd be nice to take to a con. Does he still do cons? I don't know.
I don't know, man. The guy's in his 90s now.
Yeah, he probably not.
But but the guy just went to space, so I don't know. Who knows, right? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm getting the Shat cover. Yep, you see
the Shat.
The Shat
Give me
cover.
the Shat.
Gotta love you, Shat, right? Batman '89 Echoes #2. That was coming out. Also Superman #12. Superman's been a fire book, man. World's Finest is one of my favorite books, man. Dan Moore's art, Mark Waid writing. It's so good.
Dan Moore is great.
All right. Also, you got Green Lantern War Journal #7, Titans #9, and that's the Amanda Waller I like when she looks like that. Like it's giving me this Larry Strawman vibes. If you remember Larry Strawman, artist, he did X Factor back in the day.
No,
So
I can't recall.
Look up Larry Strawman. He's a pretty cool artist. He that looks just like a Larry Strawman. So I like that cover. The Nightwing cover is pretty cool too. Nightwing covers have always been hype, though. They've been nice.
I like Bruno Redondo. He's been great.
Yeah.
I like this run, and I'm a huge fan of Dick Grayson. Huge fan of Dick.
Yeah, I agree. Wonder Woman #7. We got Wonder Woman and Superman. There's also some other covers that are pretty cool that are out there. I just showed you the Sotomaki cover. That's a pretty awesome cover, but this one's pretty good too. And many people are considering this Wonder Woman one of the best runs out there. First of all, it's one of the best Wonder Woman runs since George Perez.
I hear a lot of high praises. I feel FOMO for this book with everybody talking about it.
Yeah, it's still easy to get. Issue 7, you could probably still pick them up at a good price. There was there's no. It's a lot of people are loving the run, but the books are still affordable. There's no spec or anything like that for the book, so you could probably pick them up dirt cheap.
I hear your G-Man. I hear you.
Yeah. All right, next book up is Justice Society of America #9. This book is kind of like a hit or miss for me because it's like it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, and I don't see it. There's no level of consistency with this book, so I don't get to really pick it up. Right. Even though I hear a lot of good things about it. Another book I don't pick up that often because I'm just tired of it is Catwoman, but I love the DNA covers.
That is nice, yeah.
Right. And then you got Justice League versus Godzilla versus Khan issue #6. That's coming out this week. And yep, Hellblazer is out this week. That's what we do, man. That's what the show is all about. Is to remind you certain books are coming out this week. John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America issue #3 is out this week. All right. Oh yeah, there's a Daniel Warren Johnson cover. It's a 1 in 25 that's out this week. That's right, Durs. See, Durs knows. With Durs, you just gotta say Transformers. You gotta say Daniel Warren Johnson. You say Spawn. That's his life.
I mean, yeah.
Right. You pretty much got it there, right?
Ghost Machine.
Ghost Machine. Woo. Now you got Mark jumping in out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? All right. Image Comics has 13 titles. Among those 13 comics, you got Cobra Commander #3. Also, G.I. Joe Real American Hero #305. I love that cover of Cobra with the cape. That looks really cool. That's a nice cover right there. Spawn 351 is out this week. Scorch is out this week as well. Scorch 27. Hey, what's up, Coco Cherry?
Can't believe
Coco loves Chevy.
7 issues into Scorch. It's been that long. It's crazy.
Cobra Commander digital for me. Ooh, going digital here. Oh, but Tape Prime is passing 4 times.
All 4.
Yeah.
I pull Spawn and I pull Scorched. Although I'm not so great about getting around to read it. But I do pull it.
One thing I can say about Spawn and Scorch and all of McFarlane's stuff is the art's always great. There is a Sam and Twitch book too. So also you got Bone Orchard Mythos Tenement #10, The Holy Roller #5, Something Epic #8, Kill Your Darlings #7 is out this week.
Bender, I'm on Holy Roller.
Holy Roller, yeah. Oh, it always gives me back to Mystery Men vibes. Always with Jalene Garofalo's character.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Her dad was the bowling ball. Cool. Also, this week,
lots of passes. Jeez.
Yeah, that's what they tell us. Look, all pass. You see, Rat City as well. Yep, we got Rat City. That's all part of Spawn World. The Infernus Midlife or How to Be a Hero at 50 issue #6. A lot of people are saying good things about this book.
Are they still saying it though? I haven't heard anything lately.
I heard a few guys liking the series. I think TJ, Flash by Night, he's been enjoying it. The Bloodly Dozen, A Tale of the Shrouded College #4, Dutch #2, and of course The Walking Dead Deluxe 85, which is just a reprint in color.
And yes, we did the Crow talk, Black Spiders.
Yeah, dude, you got to go back.
Some great clips.
Let's see if I could be. I know Black Spiders on a personal level, so I'll give him one. There you go. Look at that. Lady Durs is watching it. Oh, cool.
It's more goth than emo, right? You wouldn't say emo, would you?
Oh no, it's emo. It's definitely emo.
Okay, dude, I was getting emo vibes.
It's definitely emo. So it's goth, emo, industrial. It's pretty much everything 80s, but it's definitely emo. But it's cool emo. It's not whiny emo. So when you think of emo, you think of whiny. It's not whiny. So get a chance, man, when you get a chance. All right, so now we got a couple of other books here. Dynamite has 7 titles this week. Boom Studios has 5. IDW has 5. Dark Horse has 3. She wants everybody to give that thumbs up right there. Dark Horse has 3 comics. Antarctic Press has 2. Titan Comics has 2. So let's take a look at them. Over in Dynamite, you got your Disney books. Lilo and Stitch #2. Gargoyles #12. I picked up Lilo and Stitch just for my sister. Emo's a new word for the Crow. Oh, dude, it's a depressing story, man. It really is. That's the epitome of emo, man. All right. Gargoyles 12. James Bond 007 issue 3, Army of Darkness Forever 6. Now here's a book I find I love Dynamite for this reason. They give you those Disney books, but then they give you a Vampirella like this.
Nice. 667. That's a lot. Wow.
That's a lot, man. All right. So you got that book here. What's up, Joe? He just showed up now. All All right, Savage Red Sonja number 5. Elvira Meach HP's Lovecraft number 2. That's over at Dynamite. So no Crow books as of yet. We talked about it. That it's in the top 10, so it's in the list right now. So it's gonna get it's gonna get hot. Now this book, I'm hearing a lot about this book, and that is Man's Best. Do you hear about this one?
Yeah, I ended up adding this one to my list after talking about it last week.
It's giving me that Grant Morrison storyline from back in the day. If you remember the Grant Morrison with the story with the pets.
No.
Oh, you guys in the chat, remind me what's the name. Is it We Three or something like that? It's a Grant story. It's a Grant Morrison story dealing with Frank Whitley, who, Taylor knows how I feel about Frank Whitley. But it's I don't want to start that conversation again. But this is giving me those kinds of vibes in it. Now, who's writing this story?
Hornsack, which wrote
Do you know who's writing it?
Hornsack Patience. I can't say his last name.
Oh, okay.
He wrote The Good Asian. That's how I know him. And that's why I'm getting it.
Cool.
He's writing it. I'm gonna give it a try.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, definitely give it a try. I'll pick it up. Dune House Carino, Once Upon a Time in the End of the World, issue number 3. The Displaced number 2. Lotus Land number 5. Quietly. It's not even his real name, man. It's not even his real name.
Like clockwork.
See, you just gotta say his name once. All right. Then you got IDW, you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Untold Tale Destiny of the Foot Clan. All right. My Little Pony main event, Beneath the Trees When Nobody Sees, issue number 4 is out, so that's a big book of the week. Star Trek number 18, Dungeons and Dragons, Fortune Finder is also coming out this week. So I'm sure we got to have a lot of people picking up Beneath the Trees When Nobody Sees. So
the hype is real for that one. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed out on it.
Like your real last name is Verse.
Got him.
My last name is NYC, just to let you know. Okay, that's my middle name. All right. Over at Dark Horse, you have a new book called Dawn Runner number 4. And here's a book that I kind of missed it last time. It's If You Find This, I'm Already Dead number 2. Have you heard of this book? This is the first time I hear this book, but it's on the 2nd issue.
Yeah, Matt Kent's writing it. Yeah, I'm not on it, but we talked about it last Wednesday.
Cool. And then Stranger Things, The Voyage, issue number 4. That's Dark Horse. Over at Antarctic Press, you got The Critter number 1, Punchline Swimsuit Special Winter Edition. Titan Comics has Blade Runner 2039 on issue 11. Rebel Moon, House of the Blood Axe number 3. And our other books here, we got Massive, which is Assassin's Creed Visionary Presents Shinobi plus Uncivil War number 1. Misfortune's Eyes number 1. That sounds pretty interesting.
Thinking about Misfortune. Yes.
Then you have Dust Pirates number 1 and Hollow from Keenspot. It's happening. And I think we still got, do I have another one? Then you got, I'm trying to, this one's hard. IzzyVerse issue number 0 over at Omni Press. Ahoy Comics has Project Cryptide number 7. Mad Cave has Dear Editor number 3. And AEW Upshot has UNI issue number 2. Gotta love the indies. Yep, gotta love the indies.
Yeah, I love Mad Cave.
Mad Cave's cool. And then Scott Comics has Ghost on the Water. Valiant's still pushing Bloodshot, man. They're still pushing Bloodshot. Bloodshot Unleash Reloaded number 1. And I think this is a reprint of a previous one. And I'm definitely interested. The Adventures of Galactic Wrestling Federation. This is the first time I hear this book.
Yeah, where am I going to find that at? Yeah,
it's from Bad Kids Press. Yeah, I want this book.
You shut your mouth, fatty. The Rock will come out there and slap the herpes off your lips.
Classic. He's back.
He is back, man. He's definitely back. And then the last book is from Z2 Comics, Bruce Dickinson. Yes, that Bruce Dickinson, the lead singer of Iron Maiden, with the Mandrake Project #2. So those are your books for this week. We've had a long one today, Marcus, man. This was a long one. Yeah, but a lot of good stuff, a lot of good talk.
We made it. Another one in the books.
Right, and it's 8:00 exactly over here in real time.
Real time. Oh wow. Okay.
And you call yours God's time. I'm calling mine real time.
That's what Legion calls it too.
Dude, man, we gotta do one more thing. We got to give away something to somebody. So let's go ahead and let's see what we're gonna do. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's get this giveaway up and running. So with that said, guys, let's do hashtag the crow.
Of course. Had to.
All right, we're gonna be giving away some really cool books. Oh my goodness, I couldn't even talk anymore.
He's so excited about the crow.
Ah, there we go. That's right. Oh my goodness. Just, gotta get it. You got 8 people so far. Look at Riggs Cruces.
Las Cruces has been killing it, hasn't he?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he has been, man. Stuff. So we got a few. Oh, we got Ben Compton's in the house. Just popped out of nowhere, Ben Compton. He won last week, so I got to send out his stuff.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Can you beat Las Cruces? Good luck.
Mm-hmm. We got 12 people, 13 watching. I think it's time, bro. What do you think?
I'm ready when you're ready.
Yep, let's give this a shot. Let's see what happens. And the winner is, if it's Taylor, we got to rerun it. That's true.
He can't be stopped. He can't be stopped.
You definitely called it.
The man cannot be stopped. I told you. That's awesome. Congratulations.
You called it. Oh boy.
Actually, Taylor called it, and to be fair.
It's been rigged, guys. You guys.
That's hilarious.
Okay, something is rigged in YouTube. Wow. That is awesome, though. You know what, Las Cruces, man? Congratulations. Las Cruces has been throwing out some really cool photos in IG, man. With all the giveaways we've given Las Cruces, I think he should give back. I'm just saying. Have you seen the stuff he's been posting lately?
You give plenty with your support.
Yeah.
For all these
much
channels.
love, bro. Much love indeed. All right.
Well deserved, if you ask me.
That's awesome, dude. Congratulations once again, man. I love sending stuff to Las Cruces. He's a good guy. Definitely a good guy, man. Always supporting, always leaving a comment. That's the best thing about it. Once the show is over, he leaves a comment and he proves that he's watching. That's the craziest part.
For the algorithm.
So congratulations again, Las Cruces. It's been fun, man. Should I cancel my giveaway this week?
Just cut to the chase, Tony.
Tony got a giveaway going on this weekend. He's gonna do his 300 giveaway. So yeah, definitely, man. Just kidding. It's awesome. Hell no, Tony. Marcus, tell them where they can find you, my man.
both at Circumstances on Instagram, where I've been showing some clips, some interesting clips from stuff that you may have forgot about. So check me out there. And of course, every Tuesday night on YouTube at Circumstances, I'll be back for another FOC and chill. Usually way more chill than FOC, though.
Cool. Guys, just want to say thank you. Don't forget, we got a lot of stuff coming up soon. I want to plug one more time. King Kong is happening April 6th. I will be there hanging out with DJ Links and a lot of other people from the community. So if you're in New Jersey, go check it out. We're going to be giving out 50 prints. They're going to be on sale at the show with a top loader. So you're getting a print and a top loader. So that's cool. Don't forget to support Comics Curing Cancer. This is a whole yearly event. We're starting now. We're trying to beat that 50,000 mark that we did last year. So got to start now for it. And if you're in Heroes Con, go out, support the show, June 14th to the 16th.
Can't wait.
Tomorrow, the Rat Pack, you guys get to see what is my most important and intimate unboxing. Everybody else gets to see it on Wednesday. Trust me, guys, you want to see this one. This was a great one. So be on the lookout. That one that's happening for the Rat Pack tomorrow and everybody else on Wednesday. Marcus, I got one thing to share with you. I feel you know that feeling when someone's smoking and it's like the smoke went into your mouth. That's the feeling I have right now.
There you go. Get this man some water.
I don't think it's working. I got one thing to say to you, man.
I think this is it. I think you're about to go home. Okay. Look, thank you.
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 Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I guess I'll see you.
And thank you, Marcus. We'll see you guys. Take it easy. Later.